Okay, so yeah, greetings and stuff, and all of that. You heard? So, you see something? I'm out rolling up in focus here. Is that enough? Can you see me? Yeah, you can. I know what I'm gonna do though, just to keep it 100. I'm gonna move this back just a tad bit like that. Feel that? Yep. Guess what, my young buck? Yeah. What's up, though? You all right? All right, watch this. See this? King James. You heard me? Watch this, okay? This joint says at chapter 15 of the book of John, okay? Chapter 15, verse 1. Now, peep this. It says, I am. This is in red, all of it, meaning that it was written in the Egyptian pyramids in red on those pyramid walls. Now, I can take you in there to this day, into some of those pyramids. Y'all see it's written in red? Okay. The reason why it's written in red in this Bible is because it was written in red in those pyramids. Now, you remember you saw that picture of the guy that saw with the red X? The reason that X was in red is because that red was his color, because it represented, just like to this day, it's time to pay attention. That's what red means. It means pay attention. So when they was writing on those walls, when something got written in red, it was immediate notification to everyone that was reading words on the walls that Asar himself wrote this. So now when they put it in this Bible, they say Jesus himself wrote everything in red. So see, somebody's copycats and has plagiarized this Bible. And that's the reason why I'm going to show you how I can go into this joint. And when I read it to you, I make things seem totally different from what those preachers in those churches read to. Because see, I'm not coming at you from no biased understanding other than what my Father gives me to say. That's why it's going to resonate with you, all right? So here we go. So before we go there, what I want to point out to y'all is that the other day this morning as a matter of fact, police killed 75 senior citizen, 75 with dementia. He goes out there and she's standing 8 feet from him with 2 knives, which is obvious to anyone. She's going through some things with the coronavirus and everything that went on. She's obviously upset about something. She's 75, y'all. And the family called to get some help from the medical profession. They sent the police, and we all know how that ended. 2 shots. She's standing 7 feet away from him with 2 knives. He got a taser, plus his buddies, gun, Billy Club, plus he's a man, younger than her too. And that savage beast slayed that lady down right in her house. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Killed her in her house right in front of her family. Now, when you go back into this Bible with me, I'm going to show you how way back in the day, those Roman soldiers was doing the same thing, going in people's houses, running them swords through them, making everybody be filled with fear and terror, so they wouldn't stand up to the establishment that has grown to become the big monolithic machine that it is today. They're still implementing those same terrorist policies. Going to church the other day and shoot 10 people, then talk all that crap about somebody being bored and having mental issues, when it's like, no, I could take you all through history and I can show you all of the temples that had these writings in them that are all closed down now because of your savage barbarism. And then the thing about it is that if you guys don't get this, that stuff is just coming back in the loop to kill you. That's what I told you. I came from the future because we know what they did. And my connection with being that I am is what got me here on everybody's plate right now, right in the middle of every damn thing, even though they be trying their best to overlook me. You know, it's hard to overlook those fires. But they're such imposters, okay, and out of place people that's just misguiding everyone that's where they want to hold on to their good thing. But I got news for them. That fire is going to be a hard act to follow because it's very inspirational and painful and destructive to all materialism. So when you got some idiots that think they can overlook something that's that great, where it's commanding all of the elements on the earth that we are all comprised of, that's why I tell you it's not going to be a problem for people that kill their own children. All the crazy shit we've been seeing, and the reason why it's been going on is because it all boils back down to the universe wanting us all to be responsible for that's where we at. So now when we see a clear indication that these people are out here committing mass murder so they can all ascertain wealth, it's time for someone to get involved and do something that's proper. Now, I want you to listen to, I want you to know why I said all that. When I read this passage, you're going to see how it all matches up. Now, listen. Okay, it says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. What that means is, I'm saying to you, when I wrote this and read, knowing that the day will come when we'll be here. And I'm saying to you, in light of all of this bullshit, foolishness that's all over this earth, with all of these religions that we see bastardizing women and making them not be important as they are, and stealing all the money from the masses and all this poverty everywhere all over the planet. But you can't get none of those churches to be held accountable for all the money they done sucked out and never give back. You still want to do that, claiming to be me while I'm here. Okay? Hold on. So now that's what I'm saying. They sitting up here, you understand me, claiming to be me, right in my face, still jacking money from people. And then sitting up like serious about, you're not gonna have anything, we're gonna stop you with our computers. You know, you can't get nothing done because we're gonna, everything you try to do to our, this is what they've been doing. Everything I try to do on those computers, no. They just use their computers to block people out. That's computer shit. It's nothing but evil manipulation of the masses, you know. You buy a computer, now it happens to tell you, I won't open this file because of security purposes. You want to say, look, bitch, I want you to open it now. Because the people who designed me won't let me do it. But I paid for you. How come they have so much control over your computer that you have to buy? And it is so important to you to function in this world today. And they put all their little shit in there to make sure that the only thing it's going to do is make money for them, break down eventually, you have to buy another one. And then meanwhile, all these damn passwords that you have to open up that's impossible to do. Okay? They just nothing but corrupt to the core. So now listen. What? Sorrow, back in the day, in stone, not Jesus. That it's not here anywhere to be found, but everybody's sitting there waiting on his ass. When all of this stuff or the events that's going on right now in our face, you want to try to overlook, and then get upset with the person that's saying, you know what, you don't have that option to be trying to overlook the judgment wrath of the universe. Somewhere you really got off track if you think that you are that damn privileged where you just going to overlook God's wrath. If it's that media that's misguiding you and that has been misguiding you forever, that's got you that ignorant of the time. Okay, so here we go. It says, I am the true vine, meaning me. Sustainment. Remember I told you all that? I am the true source of sustainment in this universe. Okay, now watch this. I am the true source of sustainment, and my Father is the person who gives me that privilege. Now listen to the way it's wrote right here. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Now, the husbandman is the vine keeper. Okay, the gardener. They called him husbandman back in the day because he was the person that came around and helped the wealthy guy who had all the farmlands and all that stuff like that. Okay? So he was the guy who was his, like, right-hand man to the wealthy king. Okay? Or the king himself. Now watch this. It says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. So me and my Father is saying like this. When y'all run around there talking about you all in the body of Christ, and then you see the neglect of everyone on the earth and everything, then you could right away blame all of that neglect and this poverty and everything on him. Because you all want to claim about his greatness when every time something goes good. But everything that's messed up and destroyed, he doesn't get credit for. He only takes credit for everything that's good, but then when something goes bad, he's all of a sudden pushed out of play, and then now there's this devil that pop up that's responsible for all that. So he stays squeaky clean all the time, even though you see their results of all that mass murder, their wars all over the planet, their wanting to perpetuate their nasty ass homosexual virus, the poisoning of the water, the slavery, and everything that they've done. But they keep pushing out icon representation of whiteness in your face as something universally great that should not be ever scrutinized or brought into the focus of questioning it. You know, they're censored. As soon as you get to talk about stuff like that, you get censored, and their behaviors, immediate censor from them. This is where I'm at. So they want to have a world as to where they can keep pushing in your face their damn fairy tales without anyone being privileged to have opposition. But we are all the ones that's entitled to sit around and watch every piece of garbage they give us like stupid sheep and never say anything. And then we're stagnant with all that go nowhere movies and every damn thing where we can all be getting a greater system of entertainment on this earth. If it wasn't for them insisting that the only thing that's going to be demonstrated to the public is what they want, that keeps us all in the loop. We're in our face all day. We see man kissing man and women kissing women. And then they in our faces trying to tell us about making an arrangement with them where we brainwash our children at an early age to accept them wanting to tamper with the reproductive system on this earth, meaning men with men and women with women. And at the same time they doing that, they done passed all these laws all over the planet for them to have pedophilia privileges. Old, nasty, sorry men marrying 12-year-old children. And if they're marrying 12-year-old little girls, then it won't be a problem eventually at where they're going with trying to push that man with man acceptance as to where you're going to have grown, sorry, nasty-ass men that want to marry 12-year-old boys. That's where they're taking us. That's where they're taking us. And that's the reason you see these fires and these tornadoes moving around this earth saying, y'all done let things get this bad. I'm going to wipe y'all asses out. And then I'll come down here, sent from the sunlight, and giving you full knowledge and proof of all that. And you all just want to walk around here in that stuck-ass gear like none of that really matters. And it's like, yeah, but you know that green fire that is obvious to you is on this earth and prominent to do all of the shit. It has the propensity to do exactly what I've been saying to you all is going to do. And we all know that. So here we go. Now listen, because this stuff was written in stone. They took it out of stone and put it in this Bible. If they didn't have those gates and everything all over the stones of Egypt, Asia, and the Americas, we could go in there to this day, us black people who was given the instructions from the sunlight to build those temples. That same sun is still there. So if we went into those temples, they know for a fact we could read what's on those walls and tell you the true history of the earth. That's why they got them all boarded up and inaccessible to people, because they want to shut down the language of God that was written in those stone walls. And then this is the only thing everyone got to refer to that they don't whitewash to put into this little ass book. And so now this